people. Hey, Annie, Annie, no verse, I beg. Yes, let me lose my phone then. All of them. I want to use them to connect. Hello, people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone. How are you doing? How's your day going? Welcome to another beautiful moment, another live stream with Nurse Bob D. Hello, are you there? Let's talk, okay? We have a very important topic here on the effect of stress on humans. So let's talk. Have you been stressed before? What were your experience? What were your experience? Hello, have you been stressed before? What were your experience with stress? How are you able to cope with stress? I had a series on stress, okay? And have a series on stress, what stress is, the causes of stress, the types of stress, and today we are going to be discussing on the effect of stress on humans, okay? Effect of stress on humans. And we know that stress is inevitable. Stress is inevitable as human because on day to day we all strive to make life, to make ends, to make life better. We strive to live a better life. We strive for a better pay, better job. We strive for survival any on daily basis. So and the stress can be so overwhelming. Its impact is really, really great on humans. So it depends on how you manage stress. Stress be overall. We cannot do without stress on our day-to-day life, okay, as human. But we can actually control and manage how we cope with them. I have series on stress on playlists, okay, on my channel. You can visit that my channel Nurse Bob D and watch other series I have on stress, causes of stress, effect of stress, a playlist you can watch there. And today we're going to be talking about effect of stress on humans. I know we all at one point or the other we have been stressed, okay? Some stress are good, some stress are bad. Yes, some stress only end up in pushing you to do other things. Some stress are good, yes, because it will help to motivate you into doing other things, doing things better. So such stress are not bad, but in the midst of that stress, how you cope and how you manage it determines what becomes of you. We have different types of stress. I have that on my playlist. We have the short-term stress, we have the long-term stress, okay? So depending on the category falling, I encourage you to visit my channel so that you can get better, you can watch the full video, okay? So stress is the body's natural way of coping, is the body's natural way of coping with changes, demand, and pressure. So stress is inevitable. It is the body's, thank you for the love, okay? It's the body's natural way. Hello, can you say hello? I'm seeing three persons. Can you say hello to Nazbam D? Say hello. Say hello. Let me know you're here and I welcome you, officially welcome you to this live chat. If you don't say hello, I wouldn't know you joined me. So please say hello. Okay? Say hello. Say hello. So I can welcome you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if today is your first day seeing my video. If today is also your first day um joining my live stream, please endeavor to give me a double tap, like this video, so that YouTube can push it for more people to join. Thank you so much for the like. Please endeavor to subscribe, okay? So stress, we cannot do without stress. Stress is inevitable. Stress is life, okay? We cannot do without stress. So stress is is our body natural way, is the body's natural way of coping with. Hello, greetings. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you so much for joining this live chat. Okay, I'm grateful for having you here. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to live chat with Nosebrook D. Good to have you here. All right, so stress is the body's natural way of coping with environment, coping with changes, coping with demand, and every other things around you. So it's the body's natural way of coping, the body's natural response to pressure, to demand, and to changes. Sometimes in the course of relocation, one form or the other, you are being stressed. So it's part of stress. So we cannot do without stress because it is the body's natural response to pressure. Stress is the body's natural response to pressure, to changes, and to demand. Okay, so stress is inevitable. The fact that you are alive means you have to go through some stress, and stress, we cannot do without stress on our day-to-day life. Okay, but how you cope with the stress is what matters, and the effect, how you cope with them, how you manage it, determines the effect on you. Some person has a very good coping mechanism, so much of stress doesn't really put them off balance, but some persons have a very poor coping mechanism, so little effort or little stress puts them or pulls them off their feet. So we are going to be discussing effect of stress. And I said that stress is inevitable. It is inevitable in daily life, in our bid to survive, in our bid to make better living. We'll all encounter stress. But how you handle it is what matters. Hello, can you say hello? Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. Have you been stressed before? Have you been stressed? What are the effects of stress? What are the effects of stress that you notice as a person? What are the effects of stress? Let's talk. I'm actually typing, okay? What are the effects of stress? Have you been stressed before? So how did you cope with stress? How were you able to cope with your stress? That is what we are discussing. So, like I said, stress are not always bad. There are some good stress. Some good stress is just to stress you within a short time. Like I said, we have different types of stress. You can watch that video on my playlist. We have different types of stress. We have the chronic stress, which is chronic stress. We also have the acute stress. The acute stress is just for a short time, that once you're done, or once within the time once you're done with this, what was stressing you, or the situation on ground, once that situation has been handled, the stress where is off. This is a short-term stress, acute stress, just like a student that is writing exams, and you'll be stressed within that period because you'll be under pressure trying to meet up with your course, okay, with your exam demand in different topics and all that. And after that exam is within a short time, 1 week, 2 weeks is off. This is a short-term stress. But the long form of stress, which is the chronic stress, that one lingers for a long time, because stress, examples of such stress can be ill health, unemployment. Unemployment is difficult to get job. Okay, so unemployment can be a cause of chronic stress. Health issues can be a form of can cause chronic stress because it lasts for a longer time. And loss of a loved one, or broken relationship, can be classified into long-term stress because, or chronic stress, because they linger for a longer time. You can watch those videos on playlists on stress series on my channel. Okay, now we are talking about the effect of stress. We're talking about effect of stress. Okay, effect of stress on humans are so much, okay, that if you don't know how to cope with them, they can actually pull you off balance. But how you handle your own stress is what matters. Actually, some persons stress made them grow bigger, while some persons stress pull them off balance, and within a twinkle of an eye you see them depreciating, you see them macheting. Okay, so everybody has different categories, um have different coping mechanism when it comes to stress. Now we're talking about the effect of stress on humans. Okay, for the other ones, I encourage you to visit my channel. You can get the full video on the causes of stress, types of stress. You will get them on the playlist. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the effect of stress on humans. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Shady. Good afternoon, Shady. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you for always stopping by, Shady. I appreciate. How are you? How is your day going? How is your day going, Shady? Thank you for joining me once again. I actually searched online for um your channel. I couldn't really, I saw a lot of Shady, so I couldn't really trace the particular one that belongs to you. As such, I couldn't engage. So please, you do me a favor, visit my channel with same handle you have for your YouTube channel. Use the same channel to at least comment on any of my video. Day is going awesome after witnessing your beauty. Thank you so much, Shady. Okay, so just do me a favor, visit my channel, comment on any of my video. Okay, Shady, hope you can hear me. So from the comment section, I can actually trace or get to you, because I saw a lot of shades, but I couldn't actually tell which one belongs to you. So to help me out and then to stay connected, also help me to comment on any of my channel. When you comment from the comment section, I can actually follow suit and search for you and get to your channel. Right? Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, so effect of stress. What are the effects of stress on humans? That is what you're going to be talking about. And the number one effect of stress is headache and muscle tension. Headache. This is the channel. Yes, but I can't trace the particular name. I can't trace it. I saw so many shades there, and as such, I couldn't engage because I couldn't trace the exact one. Please help me comment on any of my video, any of the comment section. I will use the comment section to get to your channel, because I saw so many shades and I couldn't tell which is yours. So number one effect of stress is headache and muscle tension. You know, when you are stressed, you'll be under pressure, so you have, sometimes you come up, you will be having headache, sometimes your muscles will be aching you, especially if you stand for a long time, or maybe you work in a environment where you have limited and number of persons, so you don't have less workforce, and most times you do most of the work, so you come up with headache, muscle tension. I remember when I was actually working with pediatric outpatient pediatric department in NICU. Okay, NICU, like it's called outside Nigeria, that's neonatal intensive care unit. In Nigeria we call it a SCIBU, special care baby unit. In Nigeria, but that is NICU, neonatal intensive care unit. So it was quite demanding. That place is always stressful working there, that most times when you come back from work you just become miserable to yourself, miserable to your family. Like, can't even to stand will be a problem, to do anything will be a problem, because you have been stressed. And most times you get to work from morning till your closing time, you wouldn't sit down because of how demanding the department is. Hey, Sister Florence Medical, hello, 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 hello. Good to have you here, sis. How are you doing? Welcome to Light Chat with Nurse Bob G. Welcome, sis. How are you? Good afternoon. How are you doing? How is your channel? Good to have you here. Good, you too. Thank you so much, sis. So, how are you doing? How is your channel? All right. So, when I was working in pediatric outpatient department, neonatal intensive care units. Good, you too. Thank you. In neonatal intensive care unit, that place is always hectic. Is a specialty area, and with neonates, newborn babies, they can't talk, they can't walk, always at the mercy of the healthcare personnel. So when I was working in that department, it was quite demanding. Having 28 babies, 30 babies, being very busy with work, not posted long videos for a while. Yes, I noticed that. I wanted asking you, I've not really seen your videos all the while. What happened? It's one of those things anyway. Very soon you will get out of it, okay? I'll be expecting your videos. I've already turned on notifications, so whenever you upload, I'll be well informed. Please, a minute, okay? I love it. Hmm? I'm on live stream. Oh. I'm on live stream. I'm on live stream. When I'm done, I will check and get back to you. Thank you. So, thanks there. You are welcome, sis. So that department is quite demanding. Please help me to double tap, like this video, okay? And I know you've already subscribed. Let's stay connected. I will know when you post new videos, all right? Nevertheless, I'll still visit your channel. So neonatal intensive care unit happens to be a very demanding department. It's pediatric department. This has to be with newborn. That you have 28, 30 babies, 32, 33 babies, and you have just 2 nurses on duty. And as of the time you close and get back to the house, you become so miserable. Your legs will be wobbling, you can't stand, your back, everywhere will be so hot. And most times, sometimes you get to work and you don't even remember that you have not eaten because of how tense and how stressful the place is. Sometimes you're coming back to the house, like me, what I do then. The first thing I would do just to lie on my thighs, okay, to stretch my back and to get the coolness of the time, because you come back with hotness in your body. That is because of stress. So stress comes with headache, it comes with muscle tension. And then the second effect of stress is high blood pressure or heart palpitation. High blood pressure and sleep problem. The third one is sleep problem. Most persons find it difficult to sleep when they are stressed, while some persons can sleep off the stress. I belong to that category, okay? Because if I'm stressed, the best thing I should do for myself is just to lie down, okay? It's just for me to rest, sleep, and stretch my nerves. By so doing, my nerves will be calm. I'll stretch my body, and then I'll feel better. But some persons, the reverse is the case. Some persons cannot sleep when they are stressed. They will be awake all through. Insomnia, they will come up with insomnia. While some persons like me, I'll sleep better when I'm stressed. And once I have that time, once I take my time to rest, waking up, I'll feel better. Some persons is not the case. Some persons will have stress. Some persons will have sleep insomnia. They'll have poor sleep. They can't sleep. They'll be awake all through, heart palpitation and all that. But some persons are good. Like me, I can sleep when I'm stressed. And it's better, it's good for you to sleep, stretch your bones. Even though the sleep are not coming, it's better for you to lie down on your bed or any flat surface. It will help to stretch and align your muscles and your nerves. Okay, by the time you wake up, you regain some strength, and then you fire on again. Okay. All right, so the next point, okay, the next effect of stress is it weakens immunity and makes you prone to other health problems. When you are stressed, constant stress, without taking care, without giving attention to yourself, and then with constant stress, it weakens your immunity. You might be eating, but the fact that you are not resting, you're not taking time out to rest, your immunity becomes so porous and prone to other health issues. So it's essential that when you are stressed, when you notice that you're stressed, it's essential you find time to rest. And when you rest, it will help to boost your immunity. But lack of rest will help to open your system. It makes you prone to other health issues. It makes you prone to other infection. Okay, so it's sleep or rest is very, very important in our day life. They said it's something that is alive that will eat. So most times if you hustle and look for money without finding time to rest, without finding time to relax, it will generate or contribute to expose you to other health issues that you wouldn't like. I do tell people that if you don't choose one day to rest, someday your body will choose someday for you to rest, and you wouldn't like the effect. And that is why it is good when you are stressed, know what to do, know how to manage stress in order not to be exposed to other health issues. Okay, so stress weakens your immune system, makes you. Jasmine, good afternoon, welcome. Jasmine, how are you doing? Good to have you, Jasmine. Welcome to this channel. How are you doing, Jasmine? How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Good to have you here. Thank you so much for coming, for joining this live chat. So, what are the effects of stress? Have you been stressed before? What are the effects on you? Can you say something in the comment section if you're still here with me and you know that you have a stress? Like I said, stress is inevitable. So every one of us go through stress at one point or the other. Even a child goes through stress, no matter how small that person is. Like a student, waking them up, like the pupils, waking them up, to even the ones in kindergarten, even the ones going to primary school, waking them up in the morning to go to school. You see they're still sleeping, and that stress, sending them to school that early stage, early morning, when they are still feeling sleepy, is also stress to them. So everyone goes through stress. Even the pupil that prepares for exam, the children that prepares for exam, you don't say they don't have responsibility because their parents are caring for them as such, they don't experience stress. It's a lie. Everyone experience stress. Those children preparing for exam, doing their homework is stress. And don't forget that we cannot do without stress, because at one point or the other, every one of us encounters stress. Some stress are there to stress you a little bit. As for instance, you are given a deadline to meet up with a target, or you have a quotation to present and you have its time limit, time frame to submit them. Or in your place of work, you have some tasks that been assigned to you and you are given a time frame to submit. Within that short time, within that period, you'll be up and then you'll be stressed. Okay, and within that period, once you submit, hello Black Hawk, hello, welcome. How are you doing, Black Hawk? How are you doing? Welcome to live chat with News Bobsy. Where are you watching from, Black Hawk? Good to have you here. Good afternoon from Nigeria. All right, so within the timing you're given to prepare your quotation, or as a student preparing for exam, you'll be stressed. And once you're done within that period, you're okay. So some stress are good. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much, Black Hawk. Nice to meet you too. Receive a handshake. My handshake to you. Black Hawk, thank you so much. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Good having you here. I'm glad to have you here. Please stay connected to Nesbot, this channel. Here I create content on health, lifestyle, and fitness. So we are your number one best blog for all health information. So don't fail to subscribe to my channel. Don't fail to turn on notification to stay informed and to be the first to be notified whenever I upload new videos. And also don't fail, give me a thumbs up on this video, double tap on your screen to like this video. All right, so good to have you. I wouldn't want to miss you again. Black Cock, today I'm seeing you. Happy New Year and welcome to another live stream with Newsbob. I wouldn't want to miss you, so endeavor to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so at one point or the other, we humans experience stress. Some stress are good. Some stress, it just helps to motivate you. It keeps you going. It pushes you. Some stress are to push you to take a little step further. And some stress are there to make you meet your target. And within that period, once you're done, you will beat your chest. You say, well done to yourself because you're able to meet up with the target. And by something, you will grow within that time, okay? When you meet up with your target, at least you will learn something. So that is why I say some stress are good, while some are there to break you down if you don't handle them properly. And then the next point on stress, effect of stress, is stomach issues. When you are stressed, Black Hawk, are you still there? Please double tap on this video, double tap on your screen to like my video. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? Okay, so another issues about another effect of stress is stomach issues like stomach ulcers or indigestion. You know, some persons when they are stressed, they'll have this bloating. Some persons stress most times will make you to forget that you have not even eaten, and much of it will trigger gastric ulcer, stomach ulcer. While some persons that are already ulcer patients, when you are stressed, it will trigger the secretion of the gastric acid in your stomach, and that will trigger ulcer, okay, stomach ulcer that will cause more harm to you. So it's essential you know when you are stressed what to do and how to handle it, okay? So effect of stress, another one is weight loss or weight gain. Yes, some persons, like I said, has a very good coping mechanism, and they can cope, adapt easily to stress, while some persons, they don't. They can easily break down, little bit of stress break them down. So but for people that some persons stress make them to add weight because they have a good coping mechanism. They are stressed, but you see them adding up, adding, growing bigger. But some persons, it makes them to look, it makes them to trim like me. Little bit of stress will help me to trim, while some persons, stress makes them to trim, to add, okay? It makes them grow bigger. So we all different body mechanism, coping mechanism. Another effect of stress is anxiety and irritability. Anxiety, you know, when you are stressed, you'll be so anxious, you'll be tense, that if you don't know how to handle it, can easily make mistake, okay? Can easily make mistake when you are stressed. That is why it is good to know when you are stressed. You draw boundary, okay? You set boundaries when you are stressed. When you are stressed, you know how to cope. You know when to quit. You will know when to quit and when to call it a day, okay? So anxiety and irritability, it affects your mental status, it affects your mental state. So it is good for you to know when to put um set boundaries. When you are stressed, know when to set boundaries, okay? It's essential that you know how to set boundaries. Gosh, honey. Oh, I'm hot. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, how are you doing? I'm glad to have you here. Oh, Hello, are you there? So anxiety and irritability. When you're anxious, you become irritable. Little thing put you off balance. If you don't know how to manage it, you can easily make mistake. You can't even offer solution. You can't provide solutions. You can't think straight. You will be so irritable that little thing put you off balance. Sometimes you pick offense to every little thing. You react irrationally and all that because you are stressed. So stress causes anxiety and irritability, and when you are stressed, most times you make mistake because you can't think straight at that point. So another effect of stress is depression or mood swing. Depression or mood swing. Okay, when you are stressed, um when you are stressed, you are susceptible to mood swing, anger, every little thing. You read meanings to everything. You become so irritable. You are so angry. You pick offense, mood swing. Sometimes people will not even know when you are happy or not because you are stressed. So depression or mood swing. When you are angry, okay, you can easily have a mood swing. So it's essential you know the effect of stress on you so as to know how you can cope or how to manage them. Another effect of stress is um, poor concentration. Poor retention. You will not be able to retain. You will not be able to concentrate. Most times you make mistake. There's no superman or superhuman woman anywhere. If you are stressed, endeavor to pause for the time, regain yourself, and then fire on again. But there's no superhuman. So when you are stressed and you keep pushing further, you keep stressing, most times you are bound to make mistake. You won't even know when. Sometimes you get hurt, injury, even in workplace or at home because you are stressed and you fail to recognize the fact that you're stressed in order to pause. So sometimes learn to pause no matter the situation. Learn to pause at a time and continue again is essential. All right, it's essential you pause occasionally and fire on again. Hello, are you there? See how hot I am, honey. I'm hot, sweating seriously. Are you sure? Hello, hi, Health Nation, welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, 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 welcome. So we're talking about effect of stress, okay? Effect of stress. And thank you for the love, okay? Thank you for the double tapping. Thank you for the like, okay? I'm grateful. Okay, so the next point on the effect of stress is poor concentration. Poor concentration. You will not be able to concentrate if you're stressed. You will lack concentration. And by so doing, you are bound to make mistake. You can't think straight. You can't provide solution when you are stressed. Okay, you lack concentration. Poor concentration, poor retention, Okay, so stress has a lot of effects on human. Then the next point on stress, effect of stress, is low motivation or low self-esteem. Low motivation. When you are stressed, you know, nothing moves you because you'll be irritable, you will lack concentration, you will not be coordinated, you lack self-esteem, poor motivation, nothing moves you. You wouldn't see anything good about yourself. You won't see reason to celebrate yourself with your little inputs, and it's not a good one. So low motivation or low self-esteem is one of the effects of stress on human. Then the next effect of stress is feeling overwhelmed or helpless. When you are stressed, you'll be so overwhelmed with challenges. You will look like the whole world is crumbling around you. Everything will be so heavy, everything will be so irritable to you. So you have this feeling of overwhelming or helpless. You'll be so helpless in everything you do because you look so stressed, or you're so stressed, so you can't provide solution, you can't think straight. Hmm? Is it? No, no, no. Okay, so it's essential you know what to do when you are stressed. So feeling overwhelmed or helpless is one of the effects of stress. Another effect of stress on human is withdrawal from others. Withdrawal, because you fail to take good care of yourself, so you withdraw from others. You will know you will be feeling deep, and that is where depression sets in. When you are feeling so overwhelmed with stress, little you fail to withdraw from others, because you are building up low self-esteem, you can't stand others, your immune system becomes so porous, you will be withdrawing, you will be drained and worn out, and by so doing depression will set in because you are not satisfied within you. Depression will set in, you withdraw from the peers, you withdraw from all depression, irritability, poor concentration, lack of coordination. Before you know, mistakes will set in because of stress. So those are the effects of stress. Another point is, okay, withdraw from others, then overeating or loss of appetite. Some persons eat because they are stressed, they want to cover, but most times you fail to understand that even when you overeat, it doesn't take out the part of stress if you don't find time to rest. If you don't identify what is causing the stress and handle it, even if you eat the whole house, it will not cover that space of stress. Stress always creates this emptiness, this void in us. Stress always presents with void inside of you. Anything you do, you are not satisfied. Anything you do, you have this emptiness, this feeling of something is wrong about around you, something is not good around you, something is not working around you, and that makes you most times to be, your system will break down, your immune system will break down, making you susceptible to infection, prone to other health related issues if if you don't manage your stress properly. some persons some persons, no matter how stressed they are, they still be pushing themselves to even to do more work, and you don't know that you're causing more damage to yourself. Some persons overeat, while some persons lost appetite when they are stressed. But let me tell you, even if you eat the whole house, it will not cover that space of stress. It will not take that void that stress has created in you if you don't give attention to manage stress. You know, there are some persons that they will eat and eat and eat. No matter how they eat, they don't add. But it doesn't take that out, it doesn't remove the fact that they are stressed. Why some persons stress, like I said earlier, some persons eat when they are stressed, and by eating, it makes them to add weight. Why some persons, when they are stressed, they can't even eat, and they'll be trimming down. All right, so it's essential you know the categories of the category you belong, know what causes your stress and how to handle it. Okay, and the next point is increased use of alcohol or substances. Some persons, I don't know, most times you see, even in movies, you see somebody that is stressed and then they will be cracking and beating up their head. The next thing that will come to their mind, alcohol, cigarettes. Does it calm stress to them? But in the real sense of it doesn't. Somebody is angry, somebody, thank you so much for the like. Can you say hello? Let me welcome you, okay? Say hello, 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 hello. Say hello, let me welcome you. Okay, so some persons, when they are stressed, the next thing they will think of is cigarettes or alcohol. Does it take the place of stress? Does it remove stress from you? No. You're even endangering yourself. You're causing more harm when you take alcohol, when you take cigarettes, or because any substance, because you're stressed. You're even causing more harm because your immunity is already breaking down. Your immunity is already porous, and is bound to be affected with any health issues. So smoking or alcohol doesn't remove the fact that you are stressed. So it's essential that when you are stressed, the most important thing you do is to know what is actually causing the stress and handle it. Yes, that will be another topic for another day. What should you do if you are stressed? How do you manage stress? How do you cope with stress? Will be another topic for another day. Meanwhile, I have stress series on my playlist. Okay, I have stress series on live stream. Okay, so causes of stress, types of stress, um, effect of stress. This is effect of stress. So we have causes of stress, we have types of stress, and then so you can see the different topics on my series, signs and symptoms of stress. Okay, I have it as a playlist on my channel. You can watch those ones. Okay, stress, what stress is, types of stress, causes of stress, signs and symptoms of stress, and today we are talking about effect of stress. Effect of stress, we can't do without stress. So but what should you do when you have stress? You should be able to know how to handle stress. Okay, so that will be another topic for another day. So reduce productivity is another point. Effect of stress, reduce productivity. When you are stressed, you can't think straight. Okay, you'll be draining. You are bound to make mistake. You can't do much when you are stressed. Before you know, some person collapse because they don't give attention to what is actually giving them stress. All right, another point, another effect of stress is restlessness or nervous habits. You become so restless when you are anxious, when you are stressed, you become so restless. Okay, you'll be so restless in anything you do. So stress, knowing what gives you stress and how to handle it is important. Another one is heart disease, long term heart disease, especially for long term chronic um, stress. I said we have types of stress. We have acute stress, which is the short term, and then chronic stress, which is the long term. So chronic disease, okay, heart disease are bound to um, is associated with chronic or long-term stress. When the stress continues, like individual that lost people that lost their loved one, somebody with unemployment for a long time, somebody with divorce or broken relationship, those kind of stress last for a longer time. So when you keep on thinking and dwelling on that, on the instances or loss of a loved one, when you keep on dwelling on those on that stress, it exposes you to heart disease. Okay, heart disease, long-term health issues. So it's essential that when you are stressed, endeavor to manage it properly. Another one is chronic fatigue. Yes, chronic fatigue, unproductive. You'll be so weak, irritable. You will not be productive. You'll become so weak, fatigue. Okay, you'll be so fragile. Your immunity will be so fragile. Yes, your immunity will be so fragile, so porous to other health issues. Those are the effects of stress. Another one is weakening immunity. Okay, I think I've mentioned of this. Okay, leading to weak immunity, leading to frequent illness, little bacteria. Your immunity cannot weigh them off. So you become so irritable, you become so prone to any illness that comes your way. Every little thing you pick them up, become droplet infection, you can easily pick them up because your immunity is weakened. So it weakens your concentration and recall. Stress weakens your concentration, and it even prevents you. It can, most times you cannot recall activities or things that has happened around you. You can't recall them as a result of stress. So because it weakens concentration, it even makes you to be unproductive. When you are stressed, sometimes you do not be able to do anything, even though you force yourself. Before you know, you'll be making mistakes, or sometimes you see some person collapse on the way. It is not because, sometimes it's not the winches, the black or the white winches or the village people. Sometimes it's stress. When you are stressed, exposed to stress, chronic stress, stress can break you down. Okay, it can break you down, and that is why sometimes some person collapse as a result of stress. Because it weakens concentration. Stress drains you. That's another effect of stress. It drains the individual. Stress drains you, drains your immunity, drains your system, drains your body, and makes you susceptible to infection. It makes you prone to other health issues. That is stress. Okay, stress drains your energy. It drains your energy and damages your organ, leading to burnout over time. Stress drains you, leading to burnout. It drains you, weakens your organ, weakens your immunity, making you susceptible to other infection, other health issues. It weakens and damages your organs if you don't handle stress properly. All right, so endeavor to know how to handle stress. Whenever you're stressed, remember to know the step to take in order to stay fit, instead of allowing your stress to break you down. So stress drains your energy, and it drains your energy and damages your organ. Hello, can you say hello? Say hello, hello, hello. Stress drains your energy. It drains your energy, it damages your organ, and it leads to burnout over time. If you continue to expose yourself to stress over time, you burn out. Okay, so stress, like I said earlier, is part of our life journey. As human, we cannot do away without stress. We cannot do without them. At one point or the other, you are bound to experience stress. Okay, but how you handle it is what matters. How you handle your stress is what matters. So a little stress is good because it naturally boosts motivation. Yes, a little bit of stress is good because it boosts motivation and performance. Stress boosts motivation and performance. That is the good side of stress. Not the longer form of stress, but a short term stress that falls under acute stress. It boosts motivation and performance. Like when you're given a task to perform and you have a deadline attached to it, you want to run, you want to do everything possible to beat the time. That is the good form of stress, because it helps to boost performance, and it boosts performance and motivates you. Stress boosts performance, it boosts motivation, it boosts performance. So stress is good in one way, but when it becomes chronic, it is where it is no longer a good one. When stress is becoming too overwhelming, it makes you prone to other health issues. It will make you lose concentration, lose focus. You will lack um, you will lack productivity. You will not be able to provide solutions. You will not be able to think straight when you are stressed. But the little stress is good because it boosts performance. It helps also help you to stay motivated. Okay, so when stress is no longer good is when it is becoming unnecessary, when you get stressed every time, every day, every minute, every second. I know some persons, the kind of work they do exposes them to stress, but it is not good for you because excess of everything is bad. And most times our employees, most times they will lack, because they lack manpower. They want to overuse the persons, the few persons that they have on ground, which is not good. But you know that your health matters a lot. So when you keep on exposing yourself to stress, it is going to drain you. It is going to break you down. It is going to mar you and not making you. So stress is not good. Excess of stress, not little stress, not acute stress, chronic stress. We have two types of stress: acute stress and chronic stress, like I said earlier. So the acute one, which is a short term form of stress, within the short time you're stressed, was you tackle or handle what is actually causing stress within that short time, you'll be okay. Okay, and that stress will be a done deal. But when it becomes a chronic stress, chronic stress, the long form of stress, it makes you, when it becomes so overwhelming and unbearable, it is no longer good for your health and your mental health. Okay, so it is important that you know what stress is and how to handle it. All right, so this is the effect of stress to humanity. And I'm asking, what are the effects of stress you have experienced before? Have you been stressed? What are the effects of stress? Okay, I've talked about the effect of stress here. So how do you cope with stress? If you're stressed, how do you cope with them? That will be another point, another topic for discussion next time. All right, meanwhile, stress is good in one way, and in the other way too, stress is not good. Okay, so we have two forms of stress: acute stress and chronic stress. And stress is inevitable as human, for sure. It is inevitable. You can't do away without stress. You cannot do away without stress. For somebody that lost his or her job, and you'll be thinking of how to provide for your family, how to meet up with family's demand, how to pay your children's school fees, how to pay for rent, how to meet up with extended families, the pressure, the person will be under pressure, and that will be exposing you to stress. And when it continues, when it lingers that way, it will expose you to other health issues. And that is why you should know that there is always a limit to everything. There are some things you cannot help. Yes, there are some things you cannot help, and the things that you cannot help, just let them be. Let them go instead of giving yourself much headache. Okay, the things that you cannot handle, the things that you cannot that you cannot handle, that is beyond your capability at the time, please endeavor to put a boundary, set boundaries. Don't let it pull you down. Don't let it break you. Rather, look for a way to let go. Okay, hello. Hello, Fitness with Abraham. Uncle Abraham, how are you? How are you doing? Hello, 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 hello. Uncle Abraham, are you there? Good afternoon. How are you, sir? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. How are you doing? Our topic is on the effect of stress. Okay, so with the I have playlists on the what stress is, the causes of stress, types of stress, and then today we are talking about signs and symptoms of stress. And today we talked about the effect of stress on human. And the question is, what are the effects of stress on you? If you have been stressed, what do you think are the effects? Okay, what are the effects? So I mentioned on the stress makes you to lose concentration. It helps you to too much of stress makes you prone to infection. Too much of stress makes you to lose concentration. It makes you prone to other health issues. It causes mood swing, irritability, lack of concentration, lack of focus. Making you lack of productivity. Exposes you to mood swing, irritability, depression. It causes anxiety. It causes mood swing. It causes exposes the individual to gastric ulcers. A lot of them that I've mentioned here. It weakens your immunity. It causes chronic fatigue. Okay, stress causes chronic fatigue. It reduces productivity. When you are stressed, you will not be functioning. You will not perform very well when you are stressed. So it's essential that when you are stressed, you know when to say no, when to quit, in order to regain your sanity. And when you gain your sanity, you will be able to continue where you stop other time. Okay, so stress can be so overwhelming. Stress can be so dangerous to our health and to our well-being. Okay, so it's essential that you know the effect of stress on your general well-being and identify what causes stress so that you'll be able to handle the stress. And also remember that I said that stress is inevitable. You can't do without stress. Okay, everybody at one point or the other have stress. Okay, every individual at one point or the other has stress. So but how you handle your own stress is what matters. Okay, so endeavor to identify what causes your own stress and how you can cope or manage them. All right, so gradually coming to an end to this video. Okay, all right. Yes. Health Nation. Yes, I agree with you. Stress is inevitable. Stress is inevitable. Perfectly. You said it all. Stress is inevitable. You can't do it without stress. Every day, in order striving for survival, trying to meet with your family demands, your workplace, because one more man must what breaks you down cannot break me down. My coping mechanism came as yours. Okay, so but what matters is knowing when to quit, knowing when to set boundaries, knowing when you are stressed, and then put a stop to whatever you're doing and gain your sanity is what matters. All right, so these are the effects of stress on humans. We're going to be talking about how to handle stress in our next live stream. How do you manage or how do you cope with stress is going to be our next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Hello, before we go, can you say hello? Let me welcome you officially. Can you say hello? Say hello, say hello, say hello, say hello. Let me welcome you officially to this live chat. Okay, say hello. Hello. Hello, say hello. Double tap on your screen, like this video. Okay, don't fail, like this video. Give me a thumbs up by double tapping your screen to like this video. Have you been stressed before? What are the effects of stress on you? Let me know. Have you been? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Are you all right? No contribution. I want to call it a day. I want to end this live stream here. And I'm here to say thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining this live stream. Thank you for joining this live stream. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for joining this live stream. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for the double tapping. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything you do for me on this channel. I'm super grateful. So I'm here to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Uncle Abraham, thank you. Head Nation, Double H. Thank you so much. Shady Mona, thank you so much. I appreciate every one of us here. Thank you so much. So I want to quit this live stream here and I want to put an end to today's live stream. So we're going to see again tonight for another live stream. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I'm grateful to have the best of the day. See you again tonight. Bye.